Hello, hello, and welcome to Olive Channel's weekly news update for the week of September 29th through October 5th. Before we get into things, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank our wonderful Ko-fi supporters. For our double tier supporter, we have Distros, thank you for donating $10 a month. And for our single tier supporters, we have Barbara, Candlecorn, Brain Dead, who is a new supporter, thank you for joining, and the Atomic Squid. Thank all of you very, very much for your support. And if you, the viewer of this, would like to support the channel as well, you can join my Ko-fi. That's oleric.com/Ko-fi. Basically the same thing as Patreon, except it gives me a better cut, which is why I use it instead. You'll get all of the wonderful benefits laid out before you if you join me as one of the supporters. And the big one here being, the request a game you want to see me play is the Ko-fi supporter series. That is especially relevant because that vote is now up. So to quickly explain how this is working for people, because this will be starting, so this is 8 days left when I'm recording it. This ends later this week. So you have until, I believe it's Friday this week that this vote ends, so you have until then to get your votes in. This vote closes this week. If you just go over and donate $1, you don't even need to be a monthly supporter. You can vote on this poll right here. It doesn't even need, like I said, you don't need to be a monthly supporter. Hop on over, send me $1, you get to vote, and you get to pick what game I play. To quickly explain what's going on here with the visual of it, why there's a 2 in front of Chance of Sonar. Chance of Sonar was suggested by our double tier supporter. See, the more people that suggest a game, the more votes that game gets out up front. So if Halo Wars was suggested by 3 people, it would have a 3 in front of it, automatically getting 3 votes for being suggested that many times. Because Chance of Sonar was requested by a double tier supporter, that person got counted twice as a suggester. Meaning, before any votes were placed, Halo had 1 vote, Mass Effect had 1 vote, later Alligator had 1 vote, and Chance of Sonar had 2. Meaning higher paying supporters, their games they want to see get a leg up in the vote. Additionally, higher tier voters get access to higher tier votes. So if you're a double supporter or a triple supporter, you get access to higher level votes. So, we don't have any triple supporters currently, so there's nobody getting a vote here. But if you were a triple supporter, you would get to, 1, suggest a game that gets 3 votes on it automatically for you suggesting it, plus vote on the triple vote, on the double vote, and the single vote to give favor to what you want. Keep in mind, if you join and vote, you don't have to pick just one thing. You can vote for as many games as you would want to see me play. So, whatever you want to see me play, get on over there, throw a vote at it. Once we beat that game, another vote will go. I'll ask all of the supporters what game they would want to see me play next once again, and, we'll start the vote again. But that'll be once we get closer to completing, whatever game it is that wins this. Let me go ahead and close that. If my voice sounds a little gravelly, it's because I'm still at the tail end of some pneumonia I've had, which, fair warning, because I record these videos in advance and the weekly news videos really close to their release, my pneumonia is going to vary in quality of how good or bad it is throughout all of the videos over the next couple weeks. You guys have probably already been hearing the pneumonia a little bit. But yes, wonderful stuff. Also, be sure to join the Discord linked down below, and you'll be able to partake in a vote to determine what the Discord series is once we beat Tears of the Kingdom and Death Stranding. Yeah. Right now there's 2 games in that section, but long term I want it to be 1 game that will get uploaded weekly. Because we're still in that awkward transitional phase of me changing how my channel's upload schedule works. Now, with all of that Force stuff relating to the Ko-fi out of the way and the new big important vote that I wanted to stress. Oh, also quickly, Ko-fi supporters also get things like seeing weekly schedules early and exclusive Heart of Action content and other things. Yeah. Head on over to the Ko-fi in order to read that again and get a full list of all your benefits. But now let's talk about the actual videos going up this week. As always, if a video is less than 20 minutes or more than 30 minutes, I will stress it here because that's the range I aim for. Otherwise, assume it falls in that range. So, starting off this Sunless Sunday, October 29th, we have episode 37 of Fallout New Vegas, West Side Story. We then have the extra long episode 119 of Death Stranding, the 49-minute Siege. And then we cap off that day with episode 50 of Sunless Sea, back to Mount Palmerston. Wonderful, wonderful day. Moving on to September 30th, this Monday, you can see we got a little bit of a stack of content. We have words. I can use them. Can you tell I tried to do these in a single take with no editing? We have the extra long episode 61 of Hypnospace Outlaw, the 39-minute Uncovering the Truth, where things are escalating. Seriously, this week things get crazy in Hypnospace Outlaw. If you haven't been watching the whole playthrough, well, first off, go get the game yourself, play it yourself. I highly recommend you just play the game, and then come and watch my playthrough and see how I experienced it. But things are getting good as we build towards the potential finale of the series. And then after that, we have episode 306 of Tears of the Kingdom, the just shy of being extra long at 29 minutes, The Last Dragon Tier. And then after that, we have a just shy of extra long 29-minute episode 13 of Portal Bridge Constructor, We Rewind, with this week's Aperture Monday, which, spoiler alert, this is going to be the final Aperture Monday for reasons we'll get into further in the news update. Ooh. And you can see also right there, I believe this is, the Grand Return, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, oh no, last week was the Grand Return of it. Duh. We have the return, words. Last week was the return of it. We have more Grounded with Doodles are. I'm nailing it this week's weekly news update. I'll tell you. Listen, I do a lot of takes of these. This is better than the last couple takes. We're just gonna keep rolling with the punches. But yes, we have more Grounded with Doodles are. My Kingdom for an Acorn, episode 13, which is again 29 minutes. We're getting a lot of 29-minute episodes, just shy of that 30-minute mark. I feel the need to mention it even though it's not at the 30-minute mark. I'm in a rambly mood while recording this one. Then moving on to Tuesday, October 1st, we have the extra long episode 39 of Fallout New Vegas, the 32-minute Hard Times. After that, we have episode 120 of Death Stranding, A Leisurely Drive. And then we have another episode of Halo the Legendary Run with Atomic Squid, True Legends. Which, I had somebody in the Discord asking why I'm playing through Halo 1 again. And let me just state that here. This is a multiplayer playthrough of it on the highest difficulty with my friend Atomic Squid, the person who actually bought me the Halo collection and is a absolute repository for Halo lore. So this series is good because it has us discussing a lot more of the lore of the series while we're playing, while also, you know, having a harder time on a higher difficulty and playing with a friend. Yeah. Moving on to October 2nd, Wednesday, we have another extra long episode of Hypnospace Outlaw, the 33-minute episode 62, Finding It All. We then have episode 307 of Tears of the Kingdom, Monado Pirates. And then we have some more Garry's Mod with my friends, Trouble in Minecraft Sky Island, where we play some Trouble in Terrorist Town and have a good old time. Moving on to October 3rd, Thursday. You can see already looking at the bonus section, so it's going to be a very special Thursday. Starting off with an extra long episode of Fallout New Vegas, the 30-minute Followers of the Apocalypse, episode 39. We then have an extra long episode of Death Stranding, episode 121, clocking in at 36 minutes, Save Scum. And then we have the 57-minute debut of a brand new series, Borderlands with Doodlezar, where me and my friend Doodlezar are going to play through the Borderlands franchise, starting with the first game, something I'm very, very excited for. So I've only ever played Borderlands 2's base game and Tales from the Borderlands. That is my experience with the Borderlands franchise, and we are going to be playing Borderlands 1 right now, and it's been very fun already. It's a good time. I always love playing games with my friends, and playing games with Doodlezar. So, you know, fun. But then moving on to October 4th, this Friday, a little bit of a shorter week because sadly we've been unable to record Fallout Retold again. So, no Fallout Retold this week, I'm sorry to say. But in return, we have an amazing 50-minute episode 63 of Hypnospace Outlaw final. And that's why I mentioned the fact that we'd be ending Aperture Mondays, because we beat Hypnospace Outlaw, and Portal Bridge Constructor is going to get promoted to be going up in the time slot that Hypnospace has been in. It's melancholic, because Hypnospace is one of my favorite games I've ever played, and knowing that I'm done with it makes me sad, but I know eventually I'm going to be able to play the sequel to it that's in development. What's the name of that sequel? I have it written down right over here. Dream Settler. I cannot wait to play Dream Settler. And you know, I'm sad to see Hypnospace Outlaw go, but it was gonna happen eventually. But, you know, that's also why we're now holding the Ko-fi vote, because I hit the minimum requirement of number of series I wanted to have reach their conclusion on the channel before starting the Ko-fi supporter series. But after that, we then have episode 308 of Tears of the Kingdom, Horsey Caves, and then we move on to Saturday, October 5th. Capping off this week with a nice fat stack of videos, we have episode 40 of Fallout in Vegas, Atomic Wrangler. We then have an hour-long Hypnospace Outlaw art stream, where we make art for Hypnospace Outlaw to put into the end banner, which is actually hiding right behind the news update right now. If I was to remove that calendar, you'd be able to see the brand new art, but not gonna do that. You know, you gotta go see the art stream. I'm actually very proud of how the art came out. It took an hour to do, so I hope it was something I'm proud of. After that, we have episode 309 of Tears of the Kingdom, Giant White Stallion. And then episode 122 of Death Stranding, Rerouting. And we cap off the week with the hour-long episode 17 of Marble Island Roll Game Devlog. TV talk, where while playing I talk a lot about the wonderful TV shows I've been watching and recommend some shows, both old and new, that are some of my favorites I've watched. It's a very full week, you know. I'm so melancholic about beating Hypnospace Outlaw. Every time I think about the fact that I've beaten it, I kind of want to cry, both because of the ending and how much I loved the game. You know, it's the same feeling I had with Outer Wilds, where it was such a beautiful, amazing, delightful game that knowing I'm done with it, it makes me so sad that I won't be able to, you know, that I mean, I can go and play the game again, but I can't experience it again the way I did, you know? Hypnospace Outlaw and Outer Wilds are games that can only be truly experienced once. And while you can go and play them more, Hypnospace in particular, I could actually delve into, and I know there's mountains of secrets I can still hunt down, which, you know, maybe if people request it, that could become a fun little bonus series on the channel, but, you know, that's a side thing. I just... You know, I'm a sappy bitch. You know me. Anyway, that's this week's news update. Go support me on the Ko-fi. Go ahead to the Discord and vote on what Discord games you'll want to see me play in 3 years when I finally beat Death Stranding. Excuse me. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and declare this now. When I beat Portal Bridge Constructor, if Tears of the Kingdom has not been finished, which I don't think it will be, I will move Tears of the Kingdom into that slot that Hypnospace and Bridge Constructor are going to be occupying, and I will make Death Stranding a daily series in order to help all of you get to your next Discord series even sooner. The Discord pick series. So, you know, there's that for all of you. Just because I want to be able to help you guys get, you know, the games you vote for sooner. But on that topic, you know, like I said, go to the Ko-fi. You can just throw a single dollar at me and you'll be able to partake in that vote and pick which one of those 4 games I play. Yeah, man. It's been great. The new, slightly more lax recording schedule I've been doing, which is only going to get more lax as things go. Oh, well, it's actually, I've been recording even more regularly. But the more lax, the lessened amount of games, I think, has benefited the channel massively, as I'm able to devote a lot more energy to the smaller number of games, but also devote energy to doing things with friends, which I do genuinely think is, 1, funner content for all of you, I hope you all agree, but 2, is also just a lot more pleasant for me than playing a lot of games all by myself. Being able to, you know, dick around in Gary's Mod with 4 or 5 of my friends every couple of weeks, and being able to hang out with Atomic Squid and talk about Halo, or play these 2 different series with Doodlezar. It's all been a pleasure, and, you know, that's not even talking about the blast I've been having doing Shadow Space. Seriously, if you haven't watched the Shadow Space series, go check it out. It's a series I've been putting a lot of heart into. If you don't want to have to watch all of it, because I know the episodes are very long, there's actually a few good jumping on points. You could jump in on the first episode to watch from the beginning. That is just like where everything starts. The next good jumping on point, if you wanted to join, would be episode 4? Yeah, episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. Episode 4 is the next good jumping in point, because that's when we get out of the intro arc, because the campaign started as a dungeon crawl, but as I realized the players were looking for more roleplay and less dungeon crawl, I sort of shortened the dungeon they were in rapidly and pushed them out of it to get them to the open world segment of the game. And that's where episode 4 is. Episode 4 is getting them out of that dungeon and into the open world. And gets us into what's going to be the start of the Broken Triangle arc. So, you know, that's another good jumping on point. But if you still also feel like that's too far on, another very good jumping in point is episode 9, Bibble. You'll be missing a little bit of context of what's going on, but Bibble is the story arc that we are currently in right now. And Bibble actually comes out next week. So if you don't want to watch all of the stuff that's already come out, next week's episode, Bibble, is going to be a good jumping on point. Like I said, you might be a little confused and be trying to get some catching up and all of that, but, yeah. Words. You know, that way you don't have to watch, like, 9+ hours of content to get in. Bibble's gonna be a good starting point. You'll just be a little lost on some of the characters and what they're doing for a moment until it gets explained a little better. But yeah. Go check out all of the content. I hope you've all been enjoying everything. I've been loving recording it. I genuinely love doing this for all of you. And, if you want to help the channel grow and don't want to have to pay money on the Ko-fi, you know, just share the videos around. YouTube won't let me start monetizing my videos until I get to 1,000 viewers. It previously said the threshold was 500, but now that I've hit that mark, they're suddenly saying I need 1,000 viewers. So that's fun. So, you know, help me continue to grow the channel, get me more subscribers, and if I can get to that, we'll be able to start running ads. And I know you all hate ads, but ads can help me make a living on all of this. And if I can make a living on all of this, I can quit my day job. And if I can quit my day job, I can dedicate more time to getting all of you amazing content. I've already said it in the past, but if we get to the point where I'm earning enough money between Ko-fi and ad revenue and whatever other sources of income I start creating through all of this, that I can quit my job, I will immediately start an additional playthrough for all of you. Another daily playthrough. So, if you want more content, that. And it also means that I'll be streaming way more frequently, you know? I will be streaming almost daily. I say almost because I want to leave myself that wiggle room for things like D&D on Saturday with my friends and occasional days off for other things I have to do, but, you know, as it stands right now, I stream about, like, what? I'm getting a little rambly. I always tend to get rambly at the end of these news updates, but, you know, it's fun. I tend to stream about 3 days a week right now, sometimes more. But if I'm able to leave my day job, I'll be streaming, like, 4 to 5, sometimes 7 days a week. Oh, no. I love doing all of this for all of you. And I'd love to be able to, like, make this a full-time thing, you know? That's a pipe dream, but it's a pipe dream that I'm aspiring for. I hope you've all enjoyed this week's weekly news update. You know, these are more and more becoming near the end of them, just a place for me to ramble and talk to all of you guys about my general feelings with the channel. And, like, I hope you all appreciate that. Like, I do enjoy reaching out and talking with all of you. I love reading all of your comments. I love talking with all of you on Discord. I love chatting with all of you when you show up in the stream. And, like, more and more, I'm beginning to, like, recognize people. And, like, I love that. I love that I can look at somebody in Twitch chat and be like, oh, it's Tyrant King Xenomorph. Oh, it's Lightning Flash. You know, it's people I recognize. Or that I can look in the Discord and see a message from Saddlebag or, Martin and be like, oh, I remember the last conversation we had on whatever platform. Or that I can, like, look in the YouTube comments and, you know, recognize people in there. It's like, it's nice. I feel like slowly, where I'm not just having people who are watching my videos, but I'm building a community, you know? And, well, there's not as much of all of you talking back and forth as I'd like to see, you know? Sometimes there's conversations in the chat, and I always love seeing those. But, like, I don't know. I'm just being a sappy bitch. I really do appreciate seeing all of you around here. And, like, talking with all of you, getting random tidbits of advice. Like I got a lot of good feedback in the comments of Dishonored the Canon run to the point where one day I wouldn't mind doing another Dishonored canon run. And, like, fixing the mistakes that I definitely made. I don't know. I'm rambling, like I said. Hope you've all enjoyed the weekly news update. I love all you very, very much. And I hope to see all of you in the videos to come. Ta-ta!